Hello, welcome back to the U Podcast, episode 2. It's November,
14th,
whatever. Yeah, 14th, was it? 14th?
to be exact.
Mhm.
Yeah, November 14th.
It's 2022.
It is currently -2 degrees, 8:15, slight overcast conditions.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Welcome back to this week's episode of MD212. Some music.
I'm just gonna
like
isolate that, Hannah. Isolate that and put that as the intro.
As an intro.
Yeah.
Can you
Might
throw
as
some
well.
reverb on it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Put some like harmonies. Just isolate it, copy, and then modulate it.
You can do that, right?
Sort of. Just watch those like Charlie Puth TikToks while he makes his songs.
Yeah.
Charlie
follow
Puth is
those.
too horny.
Yep.
What?
Have you gone through his TikTok?
Immediately off topic.
No.
Oh,
You should go
I
through
literally
it.
just
Sorry.
watched
He's
the
We're on
really
track.
horny on TikTok though.
It is.
It's-
It's bad.
Yeah, no, I'm uncomfortable. He's
But
like
it's like-
TikTok's like fuckboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thirst trap after thirst trap.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he sings,
Huh.
so
Good for him.
good for Poothy.
Anyways, we watched
I bet he
everything
gets
everywhere
lots
all
of
at once.
Pussy. It's like Mike Tyson.
Very good movie. Came out at the beginning of the year. This year.
Right.
I love that you're trying to keep us on
We
track.
tried
right.
so
the
hard.
movie.
All right.
Right.
I'll bring up the Wikipedia.
Okay.
So we'll.
What are you
She
doing?
has so
I
many
I
notes.
did the bullet points. I did research.
I already swore.
So yes, we'll go around and we'll just everybody give their initial thoughts on it. For now.
I can't do this. We have to address this in the room though.
What?
Why are you watching the fucking Flames
Because
game?
I like the flames.
Yeah,
okay?
in the middle of our fucking
It's
podcast.
silent. Nobody had to know.
If you
PVR that
pass it to me,
shit.
I can like live commentate if you'd like. Just kind of like quietly in the
Hold on,
background.
I'm just gonna just put it down here. I don't know if
Okay.
you're gonna notice. It's fine. Just want to keep a check of the score. It's, you know, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, go. Keep
Okay.
saying it. Somebody. Go.
Okay, so it was directed by the Daniels, who also did which one was it?
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man.
Is that the one with Daniel Radcliffe?
yeah, and he's
like
like
a
dead.
farting corpse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
3 Daniels working
Yeah.
on that one movie.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
Apparently
pain on
Daniel
set.
Radcliffe was supposed to be in the movie because he's all like, I haven't read the script,
Oh.
but I'm willing to work with them whenever. Like he was
Cool.
down, but didn't work out. It was also produced by the Russo brothers.
I was surprised to see that
Yeah,
at the
that
end.
was crazy.
Wait. I
Mhm.
did not get that far in the credits, really.
Yep.
Yep. It was released in March 25th this year, so and it did pretty good for box office. So it was like 101 million, 101 million.
And the budget was 14.
That doesn't
so
make
that's
sense.
A24 is highest grossing film so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also didn't know it was A24. I like went in
Did
fully
you
blind.
watch the movie?
Yes. I just said I didn't. I just went in fully blind. I watched it today. I just went in like fully blind, and A24 was like, can they make a bad movie? Like I just
You know.
please. I'm just curious at this point.
They've been like hit after hit this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like bodies, bodies, bodies. Now this like
X and Pearl.
but that's A24.
I
Yep.
think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It makes sense, I
definitely was.
guess.
I'm assuming Pro was.
Wow, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm okay for them being
I
like a hype train.
keep getting surprised. I'll like turn a movie on and then A24 will flash up.
Mm-hmm.
This one too?
Yeah.
God.
Besides, difference from those of the three though, it's not a horror film. It's
Yeah.
like a
That was cool.
family coming of age.
Yeah, it's like a
like
family
sci-fi,
drama,
action,
surprisingly.
like,
Adventure.
Yeah.
It's like
adventure
It's
thing.
kind of most genres.
family
Everything.
friendly fear and loathing in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Am I the only one who's seen that movie?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I wish I
for
understood the
listeners at
reference.
home, comment below if you've seen that movie.
Yeah, comment below.
And we will be responding for the rest of
We're gonna
the
like
entirety
every single comment and
of this
reply.
podcast. No matter if we get 6 million subscribers,
Yeah.
we will respond.
Just to this
verbally.
one.
I've been
We're
going
gonna
through
have
there
a-
and liking all the comments.
We're
No,
gonna
no,
have a
no.
We've been doing
dedicated
it.
team.
Yeah.
So if you want to be part of that team,
Anyways,
you can send your
um,
resume to md212 resumes
You'll be
at
paid.
gmail.com.
You can come hang out.
Thanks.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is just like 2 hours of a drug trip.
Oh, interesting.
Like they're high the entire time.
Oh,
and they
okay.
just
You
kinda-
can just do that in real
They
life.
just kind of do things.
Yeah.
Um, it was like family friendly Fear and Loathing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, I was going through the ratings. Rotten Tomatoes, like critics gave it 95%, and then IMDb was like 8.1 out of 10.
That's high for IMDb.
Yeah. So like, I guess we should just go around and do like individual ratings, like we
Oh,
did for
no, this is
last
I'm
movie.
not good with numbers. I want to go last.
Okay, Hannah will go last. We'll go with Curtis.
To me, it's a 10 out of 10 movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think it's pretty much flawless in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's just entertaining from beginning to end, and it's thought provoking and emotional and just crazy.
Okay. Well, on my letterbox, I gave it like a 10 out of 10, but then I wrote 9.976,
Mhm.
and my review, and like it's a 10 out of 10. Like truly, it's just I just like I try to hold on to every little critique that I have throughout a movie, so that at the end I can be like, okay, what compiled up?
Yeah.
And the only thing was at the very start. There's a lot of dumping of exposition.
Yeah.
But also, how else do you?
Yeah, no, how do you
Deliver that.
explain,
So
like,
it's-
first
It's
jumping?
basically 10 out of 10. Just that is one thought that I had. The
Mhm.
rest of it's like
Yeah.
floored me.
Hannah will be last.
Don't laugh at me.
I say it's like a 10 out of 10, but also like for me it's just like an emotional experience. And like I was writing on Letterboxd that for me it was like a therapy session with like myself and my inner teenager who's like super angsty and angry with the world. So I loved it cuz like for me it's everything that I wanted, like
And everywhere.
Turning Red. What?
Nothing.
You fucking ass.
You say,
Say it.
You said it was everything.
Yeah,
I said
and
and
you went-
everywhere.
Fucking asshole.
continue.
But it was everything that I wanted, like Turning Red and Encanto to be. So I loved it. I still cry, so it's good.
I almost cried.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I don't cry
Aw.
at movies.
I was in
Emotional.
a really
I was close.
I was in a really bad mood last night, and
Mm.
it also definitely made me sob into
Yeah.
my dog.
Uh-huh.
I was fighting it though, so I probably would have if I wasn't fighting it.
Yeah.
I was so
I was
tired.
home
I
alone,
was
I don't
also
know why I
really
didn't.
tired. I was just like, "Fuck this movie."
Yeah.
I want to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
I have it rented on YouTube right now still if you want.
I rented it on Telus for 2 days, so
But
we could watch it right now if you wanted to.
this podcast is going to be 2 hours and 19
It'll
minutes
be a
long.
play-by-play.
Yeah.
Okay,
Watch
and
along
now the
with us on
raccoon's
our
getting
Patreon.
taken away. Oh, and he's in handcuffs. Oh God.
And he's talking.
I think I would give it a 9.
Hmm.
I loved the acting and I loved the look and the style of the movie. But there was points, like you said in the beginning with that exposition dump, where I had to pause it
Mm.
and think about it and go, okay, I think I got it. And then I get like another minute in and there'd be another part and I have to go, okay, fuck, hold on. But other than that, like, it was beautiful and emotional, and I agree with what you said. There was a lot of
Catharsis.
Hmm?
Catharsis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cathartic.
Oh yeah.
I think I needed a really good cry when I first watched it, and I was like, I think I watched it and I saw someone in front of me when we were in the theaters, and he was sobbing,
Yeah,
Oh.
there was.
sobbing completely.
Yeah, like the movie ended and like here was just crying. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Looking
there's
around,
like
oh my
people
God.
around just like sobbing completely, and
Yeah.
then I got back into my car and I was like, I finally processed a little bit more, and I was just sobbing, and I
Yeah.
sat there for like 5 minutes just crying because
yeah, we just sat outside.
I
Like,
Yeah.
think I definitely need a second watch just
Yeah.
to, But actually, that's the point I wanted to bring up about the Oscars, is I liked how ridiculous it was.
yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of people who go, that was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I get that feeling too, because for the first, again, I went in like fully blind. I knew it was like multiversal and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just because I heard people say that passingly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know that. I didn't know that Short Round was in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
told me
The
that.
only,
It's his
the
first
only
movie
parts
since
of the
then,
movie
like-
I had seen was the guy sitting next to me on the airplane on the way home from New York. That's
Yeah,
the only
I'd-
part of the movie
Yeah.
I'd saw.
I'd seen just the poster and nothing else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the first 15-ish minutes before the elevator scene, where like things like start going sicko mode, was I was like, oh, this is like kind of like Parasite, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
following a struggling family. I'm like, okay, I don't know how the multiverse comes into this, but for me, I'm like, okay, it's like shot in 185, very A24-esque, right? Just like their standard kind of melodramatic. And that I feel is where people like the Oscars and stuff, that's
Yeah.
what they usually gravitate towards, which is fine because both are great, but then it goes to what it was, which was also phenomenal. But yeah, I wouldn't be super surprised if the Oscars like snubbed it in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I'm afraid
they're
of.
stupid.
Mm-hmm.
well, I was reading about it and stuff like that, and like they had like Oscar screenings, like Potter screenings for the movie because it came out a while ago, and apparently the reception was really really good.
Okay.
And I saw a list the other day. We're saying like movies that should like do really well at the Oscars, and it was number 1 on it. So I don't know how good that source was. But
Yeah, because
Well-
the Oscars are still campaign.
The trailer for The Whale also came out today, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold
That
your
was
breath.
pretty banging.
or
Yep.
maybe don't. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Hey, good job, A24.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
Stay tuned.
Pat
We'll
on the
probably
back.
do an Oscars.
Oh, we
podcast.
should. Yeah.
Instead of watching the movie that month, we'll just watch the Oscars and talk about it.
I'll do anything.
I know you're whispering, but the audience is going to hear both Curtis talking and you whispering
Oh.
at around the same volume.
I know. I'm so confused. I was like, who am I listening
This
to?
is the worst podcast.
Yeah.
Please, A24, call me.
Did E24 hire you?
Call me or hire me.
Oh, call me. Her number is... What's Pizza 73's number?
Pizza 73.
Oh, that's
It's
their
Pizza
slogan.
PIZZA 7373.
Pizza Pizza. Little
What?
Caesars.
Mhm.
That's a great slogan, by the
But
way.
Pizza is
Does
the
Pizza
actual
73
place.
exist anymore?
Huh?
Does Pizza 73 exist anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come
Still.
get your pizza at the Pizza Hut.
No, but
Little
Pizza
Caesars.
is a real place.
I know. I'm just adding pizza places together.
Okay. Sorry. No.
So, anyway, movies.
Yes.
You have to talk about how like you fucked up in the beginning.
Oh, right.
Ryan watched half the movie without subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I
Okay,
would have
it's okay.
eventually caught on.
I did the same thing.
Okay.
not with that movie, but
Oh.
No,
I
that's
watched
so
Bullet
funny.
Train without subtitles because
Yeah.
Talos fucked up and didn't give us
Oh,
subtitles.
No, yeah.
So.
Which is borderline more... Actually, no, they're about the
I
same with
missed
how
some
much you
vital
need
plot
it.
points
Yeah,
that you
there's a
had to
lot.
fill me in
Yeah, we
on.
watched Inglourious Basterds the other day and on YouTube and it didn't have subtitles.
Yeah, so don't rent on YouTube.
Yeah,
oh
no,
yeah, the
really.
whole first fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause
it has subtitles when it's not English,
right.
but we wanted subtitles for English too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you guys are deaf.
I
Yeah,
watch
well,
like
I can't hear without
I
the
always watch
subtitles.
with-
It's like when you pull into a parking lot. Oh shit! I gotta turn my music down so I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see better.
We
Yeah.
really had
Yeah.
to like get the speaker and plug it in, turn it all the way up.
Yeah.
Just to hear.
Yeah, I'm glad my parents weren't home because I had it blasting.
Mhm.
Because I rented on YouTube movies or because you know
It's like
Google
when
and
we
YouTube
played
are the same
movies,
thing now.
but through YouTube.
Yeah,
Whatever it
because
is.
it used to just be the Google Play Store, which is
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
But then YouTube adopted it, so it still uses the YouTube player, which is flawed for movies. Oh, sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. You can cut that.
We're
Leave it
keeping
in.
that
I
in.
thought you were pausing for effect.
YouTube movie. So I turned on subtitles, and for the first bit of the movie, they're speaking. It's Mandarin, right, at first,
Yeah.
and then a bit of Cantonese later.
Mm-hmm.
So they're speaking Mandarin, and I didn't have subtitles. It just said speaking Mandarin or speaking Cantonese, and I was like, oh, this is cool that I don't know what they're saying, but I can kind of figure out given context clues, the papers around her, etc.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then Alexis wanted me to text her plot
Like,
points I wanted
yeah.
to talk about, sort of thing, or just little story, just things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent her a text like 10 minutes in the movie, like, I think it's cool that there's no subtitles for foreign languages. And she's like, what's up? And I was like,
What?
yeah, it's cool because you can kind of infer what they're saying based on people's responses in English. And it was like the first 15 minutes, I still don't know what they said,
Yeah.
but it didn't affect anything because of how it worked out. And then I turned off YouTube subtitles, didn't have English subtitles, but had foreign language subtitles. And glad I did because by the end I was like, there's a lot of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I would have missed a whole lot. I'm like, man, they were really hoping I can just figure this one out.
Yeah.
That
Read
movie's not
facial
for you,
expressions.
okay?
I know.
Yeah.
I should learn Mandarin.
That'd be cool though.
I was saying it was like when I saw West Side Story with my mom in theaters, and like they like specifically didn't put subtitles when they were speaking Spanish.
I think they did say the same thing with In the Heights.
I think so too. Yeah.
See,
Which, like Steven
is
Spielberg made sure
also-
to do that. He was like, I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be like a movie for
true,
like,
authentic. Yeah.
yeah, true, very authentic.
What's really cool about the Cochrane Movie House, and I don't want to shade. Did I dox us?
Movie house.
Oh god.
It's great, but it's just like for films with subtitles, it's clearly the projectors aren't built for it or they aren't framed for it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, the bottom half of subtitles for Bullet Train, for example, got cut off.
Oh
yeah.
no.
So you're kind of reading the tops of words like that's probably a T.
Yeah.
It looks like an L. Cochrane Movie House is great. Sorry, Hal, if you're listening. Can I doc? Who's? Never mind. It's such a small podcast. Never, it's fine. We have resig. I can probably say my address. There won't be repercussions. I won't though.
Ryan's phone number is 587.
This is
Cover
correct so
7.
far.
587. Don't call that number. I don't know whose it is.
Which number?
Ghostbusters.
587, 587, 5877.
It's probably a real number.
Probably.
I'm calling it.
Oh
No,
no.
no. All right.
What's
So
next?
how was the experience different from watching with subtitles to not watching with subtitles?
I don't know because I didn't go back and rewind.
okay.
I just kept
Oh,
watching
you
because
kept going.
I was still on board, honestly.
Yeah.
And I was kind of on a time crunch. I had to go do something. So I'm like, I hope I didn't miss anything, but there was enough like visual storytelling, which is a good sign
Mhm.
as a film.
I think just like the movie itself had so many like stupid things. Oh my god. But it's so genius.
works.
I
So-
was physically unwell after the hot dog fingers.
Oh, I
And the
hated
scene where they're
those.
like biting them and the ketchup and the mustard's coming out. I was
The sound
physically
design there is
unwell. I
horrible.
had to walk away for a minute.
That was so awful.
Yeah.
It was so awful.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't tell they were hot dogs at first, so I was really worried.
yeah, I wasn't sure where they were
Because
going with the phallic objects.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was after the scene where she kills some police officers with
Oh,
two
yeah.
giant dildos.
Yeah.
I was very concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, where? I was like, oh, we're doing that.
Yeah.
I wasn't said 14A, but
Was it? Yeah.
yeah, well,
No.
at least on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Canadian ratings are also
Fucked.
really
Mhm.
weird, where it's like, hey, 7 people got beheaded, and you see it all, and there's a sex scene that's like fully uncensored. It's PG. It's playing after Shrek.
No, it's the opposite. Like all this murder, it's PG. All those you see one nipple. Oh, it's rated R.
Yeah. That's true. But at least the States, I think, is a bit more like. Nah, I'm not gonna compliment the States. Never mind. At least the States is good. At least they don't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh. Take it back.
Throw
Take
in,
it back.
Throw in a moment of silence real quick. Let's play Guess What My Parents Are Watching Upstairs.
It sounds like a consistent 808. There's no way it's picking that up, right?
Leave your guesses in the comments below.
I don't think so. Maybe.
I think it's
Maybe
song.
very very quietly.
Ooh. I actually don't know what it could be. It might be Andor. They might be watching it without me.
Wait, is it the finale?
No.
Is it episode 11?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Help that episode tonight.
Fuck, I'm so behind.
Andor's really good.
It's very good.
Side note.
Well, just to get back to the movie.
sorry.
I mean, like, just in case anyone who's listening hasn't actually watched the movie,
Oh yeah,
I'll just read like a
spoiler warning.
synopsis. Yeah, we're just talking about it and we didn't say what it's about. But so for IMDb, the
How do you
synopsis is
describe it?
an aging Chinese immigrant is swept up in an insane adventure in which she alone can save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives she could have led.
Oh, I'm so
The
glad I didn't
Tellus
read
one
that
is so
before.
different.
Yeah.
The Tellus one is so different.
I'm glad I
Hold on,
never
I'll
read a
pull it up.
synopsis because I was like, I know there's multiverses, but I don't even
Mhm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the first bit, I thought it was going to be Joy's movie, and it kind of is by the
It
end.
kind of is, yeah.
But, you know, she's not in it for. Oh, like, you know, it's very much.
It's
I don't
Evelyn's
know.
story, but also it has the impact of like Joy and
Yeah,
Gilbert
exactly.
Party's, like,
She's a big part of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
her role in Evelyn's life is big. But
Yeah.
yeah, so for the first bit, I was like, oh, Joy's the main character. And I was like, oh, what?
Mm-mm.
So I was very, like, everything was new.
Yeah.
And is beckoning to me. Okay, she's a crip. No.
The goddamn remote.
Yeah, but so
Oh,
like,
she's
I
raising
think
her left arm.
something really interesting that the oh my. I'm gonna restart my sentence. What's happening? Oh, the mic is
Copyrighted.
down.
The
Mic
mic's
is down.
Oh, that peaked.
We've spent money on this.
I did.
Sorry,
I
I'll
have.
transfer you $25 as soon as I can.
Sorry, these mics are pretty good. They're cheap.
Oh, that's the artwork that was at
Okay,
the
never
restaurant
mind.
I shot.
From what I remember, it's not going to be word for word. The Tellus description is Chinese American woman
Mm-hmm.
struggles to get her taxes done.
Oh yeah.
It's very vague and
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
short.
It's
And
not
what's-
untrue.
It didn't give me a lot.
Yeah. No, when they were first like releasing or like saying that they were releasing this movie, they just called it a woman doing taxes. Even like the Chinese translations, like for the movie itself, because I was like watching
So
or like looking
That's-
for it.
That's risky.
Yeah, I'm crocheting.
That's adorable.
What was it? Oh yeah, I crocheted something for you. I'm almost done yours.
Oh my god, I'm going to cry.
Okay, I'm done. But like some of the titles for like in Mandarin or like in Taiwan, it was like something about like a mother doing taxes or like let
like
me
just
see.
like basic family drama sort of stuff.
Yeah, but also there was one about
I'd
like
still go see it.
a fucking multiverse. Like
I don't
that
know.
was like one of the things because of the translations for it. So it's really cool.
They just
Um,
called it a fucking multiverse.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
love that.
Some of the translations were unlovable bitches for just be a
Me.
rock or something like that. It's,
Fist bump.
It's
Demi-
okay.
let me see. But yeah, I guess you guys should we should talk about like how the whole multiverse thing happens, or like what the jumping paths were, or whatever they were.
Like we describe it.
Yeah, I mean we should try and figure out like
Okay.
describe what.
So, this is how I understood it.
Into the mic.
There's anyways, there's the alphas in the universe that discovered how to jump. Oh no.
Oh no.
We got icing on one
There's
of the mic
icing on the
cables.
cable. Our pre-show snack was cinnamon buns. So there's the alpha universe, who are the ones who figured out how to jump and who created. What's
The-
her name?
Jobu Tupaki.
Yes,
That one.
Yes,
I'm
Jobu.
gonna, I'm gonna point to you when I want to
Jobu-
say that.
Paki.
So like,
Yeah.
It's more than 3 syllables.
And to jump, or I guess in their case, gain the powers of whatever they're looking for. You imagine it in your head, or you imagine a universe where you have those powers, and then the thingy goes green.
Yep.
But you have to do something ridiculous
Yep.
with super low probability
Yep.
in
It's
order
basically a
to,
certain.
to properly make the jump.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
it goes off the multiverse theory, because there's like various versions of multiverses, I guess, in like fiction and possibly nonfiction. Of this is the one where if you do one minor thing, like you turn left instead of right, it opens up a new path.
Right, like the butterfly effect.
Yeah, exactly. Chaos theory.
Chaos theory.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm a chaotician.
Okay, spell that one. You have to spell that one.
Potentiality.
Yeah.
No,
That's your word
chaotician's a
of-
real
that's your-
word.
I know, but it's
Oh,
part of
okay.
the show.
CHAOTICIAN. Chaotician.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm so smart.
I'm gonna use that as the clip for this
Okay.
podcast as well.
But that one's like a real word. It's what Ian Malcolm is in
fucking with
Jurassic
you.
Park. Okay, I was like,
Because
damn.
I literally, when I was watching the clip over, I had to like
Did-
pause it to figure out what you actually spelled out. It was
It was close,
No.
right?
no, Ryan.
Really?
Here,
Wait, really?
It was like
I'm gonna-
Perndilly or something.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
R
find it.
E
It's in the comment on
N
the
T
clip.
No, it's
What did you say?
I put it on the clip.
Potentiality?
potentiality.
What we're talking about is on our Instagram. You can watch a clip from the first episode if you haven't watched it yet. A little sneak peek of that. So the
Little
MD212
teaser.
podcast. Wait, no, MD212 Productions on Instagram.
Yeah, this is how you spelt it. Pentility.
Potentiality.
Penlidity.
Wait, what? Show me.
We
can't- I
slowed it
can't, like-
down and listened to it so we can type out what you said.
No, I put an A in there. You're wrong.
No, you didn't.
No, I. Okay. What?
That's why I used it in the clip.
I'm telling you, we listened to it. And
Hold on. I'm gonna correct.
spelled
I'm
it
gonna.
out.
I'm gonna correct my wrongs here because I know how to spell the word.
Is it a real word?
Potentiality.
No.
If you didn't watch the first episode, you're very confused right now.
So go back and watch it.
Watch it.
PRETNTIALITY. Potentiality.
Okay.
Okay.
Not what you said.
Well,
Ding,
I'm
ding,
correcting
ding.
my wrongs. I sorry. Forgive me,
You had
Father,
to-
for I have
you had to
sinned.
Google.
All right. What were we?
Oh, about the
Okay,
You were
Potential.
explaining
Jump path,
your
jump paths.
jump paths.
chaos theory.
Multiverses. Right, yeah. So this is the one that if you do one small minor thing, that creates a new branch reality, as do a lot of like fiction things. And so to access the abilities, or to basically, access the abilities slash take control of in certain instances, I believe,
Reap
an
the
alternate version
benefits.
of yourself, you had to do something really obscure and weird that somehow tripped up the like pathing system essentially to
Basically.
lead you to that one. Like it'd be something really weird, like you gotta do 3 backflips but land on your nose.
No, but I mean like he had to do like the paper cuts in between his fingers.
Yeah,
I
like
couldn't
that one was
watch that.
awful.
yeah, I didn't. I
couldn't
actually
watch that.
didn't watch that one. And it's weird because I just watched a couple scenes from Terrifier 2,
What? Oh.
and so that's my tolerance, I guess. Is paper cuts will do it for
Yep.
me.
There's the one with the butt plug, or I mean the
trophy?
The butt plug shaped trophy.
I
Yeah.
knew that was going up someone's ass.
No, it had
Yeah.
to. They,
Instantly, I'm like, that's a butt plug on a stand that says best auditor.
Yeah.
there's no reason to do a close up on it unless they were
I
gonna
know.
use it again.
I mean, same with the Chihuahua at the start, or the whatever that little thing
Oh, the
is.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little thing.
I can't believe I almost didn't recognize Jenny Slate. Like I actually almost didn't recognize her.
Well, they don't give her character a nose, and then the subtitles and the credits, her name is just Big Nose.
Yeah.
It's the name of her character.
Oh,
That's so
because
funny.
yeah,
Because
because
that's what Evelyn calls her.
at the very end,
Yeah.
or no, I guess at the
Speaking
Start.
of Jenny Slate, they're making another Marcel Shell movie, I think.
Hmm.
Unless I dreamed that.
I have no idea. What
You
you're
might
talking
have to
about.
check. I mean, it's cool when they first do like the first time jump or like the jump,
The one in
the elevator.
that
'cause-
scene is so sick.
That's so sick. Because also very smart of them to do it that way to show like what her life was before, to get some sort of exposition of how she got to that point with her husband. But that was so cool when the elevators open up.
And it was a goated transition to 4x3
Yeah.
because the doors are automatically 4x3.
Mhm.
I loved the physical acting that they chose to do physical acting in having a stroke. Give me a second. Oh, it tastes so good. I love that they chose to do physical acting instead of doing some cheesy CGI effect.
Oh
I think it was
Mm. Oh,
so
I see
well
what you're saying.
acted and so clear to see.
They used that they used. I would have guessed it was like 50 mil.
No. I'm not talking about lenses. I'm talking about every time.
Million.
What?
Budget. Sorry. I was talking about it was made for 14 million. And I would have guessed 50 because you're talking about like they didn't do any crazy thing. They just used physical acting.
No, I'm just glad they didn't because I think it worked so well to just see them like slouch and then come back to life.
Oh
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
I think can't even imagine an effect that would make that better because
Yeah.
the practical acting was just so
Well, and-
convincing.
And that's like creepy in a way, right?
Totally.
Because it's like
It's
subtle.
like
You're
when
like,
you're watching
someone just shut
a
down?
horror movie about possession and you see the little possessed girl in the background like turn her head
around,
around
yeah.
360
Yeah.
degrees sort of thing. I just think it worked so well.
yeah, it was like Doctor Strange, but good. Sorry, do we continue? That was
But-
almost my whole letterbox review.
Oh
I was very, very grateful that they chose practical over.
Yeah.
Well, like honestly, that might have just been their only choice, but it worked
yeah.
so
But also
well.
the
It worked
martial
so well.
arts.
Oh,
my
They were
God.
so good.
So
I didn't know
good.
there was action. I like. I was like, okay, it's cool family drama. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
right. Forgot there's multiverse stuff. I'm like, oh, we're going sci-fi. And then
Jamie Lee Curtis
there's
throwing
kung
out
fu
like
stuff.
WWE moves.
Yeah.
Was sick.
That was so sick.
She's so good in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love her.
The fight scenes are
Oh, the fight scenes are so
shocking.
good.
Like it's not. I don't know. That, like movie has like so much, but it's still a small story in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that fanny pack, when that fanny pack
That
goes
was-
into the guy's nose.
And then that was
Oh,
good.
and then he pulls him down. Oh my god.
That one shot I liked a lot because they clearly, I shouldn't say clearly because I don't know, but looks like they put like dust on the ground, unless it was added CG, but oh wait, maybe it was, I don't know, but there was dust that came up when he hit the ground, and I don't know, it was a small thing, but it just added so much more impact.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just hit in movies, but then they added like an actual like dust explosion
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
fell. Like I don't know, I thought that was cool.
Going back to the fanny pack for a moment, watching him eat that chapstick
Ooh.
again made me physically unwell.
That was so
It
awful.
looked good to
And him,
me.
the fact that he had to like chew it. Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah, the things to verse jump, all of them were like, you're like, oh,
So good, like so good.
like you're just kind of worried, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
what's next?
Oh yeah.
Like, do you have to like bite your own tongue off or something? I was just
Yeah.
waiting for something like really
Well,
messed
one
up.
of the things like, is there anything else I can do? Instead of saying I love you, it's like we can break your arm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
um,
Or the blow
but
into
that
that guy's
one
nose.
scene where the family's hiding in like the secret sex dungeon.
Oh.
Everybody in the other room is like getting ready to attack.
Yeah.
And it's just this like panning shot of them all doing like the most ridiculous things you could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like
Loved that.
it like should be. It doesn't make sense how this movie worked because shots like that should have been like the stupidest. Because like it's absurdist comedy,
Yeah.
but it's not absurdist for the sake of being absurdist. It
Yeah.
makes sense, you know, like
Yeah.
There's a reason for it.
yeah, and so it's like not
And it works.
pure absurdist because it's
Yeah.
supposed to happen for a reason. But those shots should have made me like laugh in a bad way.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm like, I was kind of like worried. I'm like, oh shit, they're gearing up.
Yeah.
But it's a maid doing like a handstand
Yeah.
and clapping with her feet or something, and
Yeah.
Well, and
when I
it's
saw it, I was like, oh.
and all the action is so convincing. Like, how do you make a scene where a weary mother is pulling two phallic-shaped objects out of two different men's asses
Oh,
as
yeah.
she passes in between them, and still have me like glued to the screen
Yeah.
because it's so
Yeah, I'm
good.
I'm like pretty cynical with stuff now, unfortunately. So like stuff like that usually I'm like, oh, that's kind of stupid because like you know, like I've seen some pretty realistic fights, like pure grounded realism. So I'm always like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm like an hour and a half into this movie, and like the craziest stuff is going on. I'm like,
Yeah.
yep,
I'm
Yeah.
on board.
You
Yep,
just like
this is
accept
great.
it and you're like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for the ride.
The only time I went. You can't see my face right now. I don't know how
You like
the
it
word
cringing?
to describe the emotion. Not quite a cringe, but just like, really?
Oh.
you were
Was-
like
was
you were
the
teetering on the
bagel.
fence of
Was
cringe.
the bagel? I get
Oh,
it.
Oh,
Because it's an
that-
everything bagel, but it's a
Into
Are you kidding? A
A
bagel?
bag.
Yeah, bagel. That again, you or I shouldn't say you, but I eventually, you know, you just accept it. You're like, all right, this is what's
Oh,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the first time she said bagel, I'm like,
Bagel? Really?
Yeah.
a
Bagel.
little bit funky, but okay.
Okay.
Because the whole point was like she put everything on a bagel.
Yeah, like I get it, but
Yeah. Every single dog
that
breed.
was where I was like, okay, right, this is absurdist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was parts of it where it's just like,
Because you
Why
kind of
not?
accept it after. And then it's cool because, like,
oh, there's rocks.
on our second watch, it was crazy because you see all, like, the bagel or, like, circle
They hinted
references
it
to
so
it.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like with the washing
Oh.
machine.
right,
And then
Yeah.
like there's
The
a bunch of stuff they
mirror.
show. You're like, oh, that's the bagel.
Oh
right
yeah, the
there.
very first. That's explained.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
very
First
first
shot of the movie is the
shot
washing
That was
machine.
incredible.
That tripped me up for a second. I was like,
Incredible.
Like through the mirror.
Yeah, and then it
to where-
goes into the mirror, and then that's, like, the reality.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be a cameraman anymore.
And such a good snapshot of like
What's a
this
mirror,
is
too?
what-
It's so smart.
like they show you what the family
Yeah.
maybe is, and then you switch to like the complete opposite, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay, oh, something's off immediately. Something's off.
yeah, the visual
love that.
storytelling was like cracked.
It's so incredible. I loved it so much. I mean, I think that's why they used the googly eyes. I'm not, like, 100% sure about the googly eyes or anything
I-
about that.
I could not figure out the googly.
I kind of just had fun with
I
that
loved
part.
them.
Like, I'll be
loved
honest.
them.
Yeah, me
But I
too.
could not
And
figure
I
them
kind of was
out.
like,
I think it was what was this like? We should put the little guys on. She's like, I'm gonna do this as you, like as Raymond.
Oh,
Mm.
I
The point
see.
was that she was gonna go. She's looking at it from his. Like, what would Wayman do in the situation, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, just like the
shit.
bit. That was like
I was
the
literally just like, oh, that's
Oh,
kind of
physical
funny.
representation of that was the Google
Mm.
guy.
Yeah.
Stroke
That's
count
cool.
too.
So she went in there and like, and on the stairs and did like nice things for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
knocked them out.
Yeah, because
or
then
trans or
he's like,
whatever.
be kind.
Yeah,
And
be
that was his
kind.
whole thing. It was just like to be nice
Can
to
we
other
just
people.
be kind?
Oh my god.
I love him. Sorry.
I love Wayman so much.
Love that
He-
man.
It's cool because, like, there's such a stark difference between, like, Wayman and Alpha Wayman. Because Alpha Wayman is, like, masculinity.
He's
and
an
he's like,
alpha.
yeah, no,
He's
like,
literally
he's
just
straight
a
up.
badass.
Yeah, a definition
He's
of
war
badass.
hardened and
And,
He's
like,
seen some shit.
Evelyn, like, falls in love with him. And she's like, that's, like, the man I want. And then she
Yeah.
even says, like, I shouldn't have married you. Like,
Oh,
Alpha
that
Wayman
hurt.
was like,
oof.
yeah, and that was awful. And then they switch to Alpha Wayman. And I'm like, give them their moment. They were just about to have a moment.
Oh, that's so weird because again, I'm usually so with movies that should be just pure goofy with things like this. I'm always so like, that was kind of stupid that he was switching back and forth and they tried to make it deep, but they just pulled it off. And like, I'm probably just gonna repeat myself the whole podcast of like, should have been dumb.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
that's like, I don't know.
It's like gold standard, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why was this not stupid?
Just like Cat in the Hat.
Okay, you can just mute Hannah's mic on there.
Which
You
one
can,
is it?
you can just
which
turn
one
her
on
off
the
for the
hub
rest
is
of the podcast.
I am being 100%
She's the one on this far side.
Serious.
serious. Yeah. No, I'm not.
Satirical.
I'm trying to like I'm not, but now I legitimately I'm trying to think of something that would compare, and I can't.
No, yeah, it's
No, I
hard.
wrote them in a review. Like, it's like it's like a cinematic masterpiece, but it's in a way I've never seen before. Because I would
Yeah.
call other movies cinematic masterpiece, but not like I've seen anything that was like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird for me because I haven't seen anything like it, right? Because I've seen so many movies that I walk away from thinking that was perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want in a movie, but it's usually just a quote unquote normal, not bad, but just normal story, just
Yeah.
shot well, great acting. This was like everything just turned up to 12, but
Yeah.
without turning up to 12 for the sake of turning up to 12. Just like
I
I don't get it.
multiple times like watching that movie, I was like, I wish I could have been in the writer's room for this, or I wish I could have been like just with the writers while that was being born. Because first of all,
How?
what the fuck kind of drugs were they on?
No, but like, how do you write? It's like, okay, you write.
Yeah, I want some.
You write. There's different multiverses, and you're like, oh, this is kind of fun, but then you interweave joy
Yeah. Like, how do you pull
and like
it off?
storylines within them that
Yeah.
they literally are parallel universes.
Mm-hmm.
But to not make it seem too on the nose, just lines here and there
Yeah.
that are set in different universes, taking different contexts. It's like, how do you? Okay, I don't want to be a cameraman or a writer. This movie made me quit filmmaking.
That's not
I'm a
true.
truck driver now.
What?
Honk,
No, just
honk.
take what you saw and implement it into your
Yeah,
scripts.
be Evelyn. Don't be
Dude,
Jobu.
it's like, don't. Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. It was like I was halfway through and I was like loving it, but I still just wasn't sure how to process it because I'm like, I love this movie. I love what's happening, but I just couldn't pinpoint something.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what that is. Maybe, but actually, no. I saw it like 8 hours ago, so it's
Yeah.
pretty fresh for me. Of like, it's about so much because I was like, okay, obviously it's a big multiverse, but all these films like
Did you
this
say
always
it's
have.
about everything?
Everywhere.
All at once.
Hey! Got
You
him.
can hear a gunshot from my mic soon. But also yes, like I finished. I'm like, okay, it's about companionship and purpose, but then that list kept going. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, family and love and accepting.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and like compromise. And so I was just like, oh, okay, this is so much bigger. But then at the end of the day, it's like it just starts on a family, ends on the family in that same one universe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not like super powered now or anything like that. It's not like some crazy like, and now their life is so much better. No, it's
The same.
their physical life is probably worse because now they have
Yeah.
a smashed window and everything's weird, and the people in the store probably think they're insane.
Yeah.
But just on like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's like an understanding between the two of them, or like the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
But like it hasn't enhanced or bettered their life in any way. It's just like, oh, so this is what it is. Like this is how.
Yeah,
we are.
and I obviously can't speak to. I've just heard from friends that that's very like, I can't think of the word, but prevalent in a lot of like Asian families.
Mhm.
Again, I obviously can't speak to that, but I was able to like pick up on that just from friends saying stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this probably goes deeper than I'm able to read, which I think is obviously a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you have mommy issues, to be honest, this is like the movie for that. It's there's just so much there that like there's so many nuances, especially like I think someone who isn't like a person of color or just like has those experiences, especially when the mom is all like, you're fat, like lose some weight.
And like not saying I love you.
Yeah,
even though you
and
know what
not
she means.
being emotional in those sense, it's not something like most people are used to, and like you would think like hearing like you're fat, but like that's how parents express how they feel, like how they love you.
Oh, they're just saying it because they care.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
and
but,
like
genuinely.
yeah,
Like,
and
No, I 100% agree.
oh, okay.
because it's a generational thing, and you can see it when like she talks to her dad. Like Gong Gong doesn't know how to express how he loves, like even Evelyn's like Joy's girlfriend. He just calls her like her girlfriend, and is like, you understand that there's acceptance there. He doesn't like push that aside or anything, and it's interesting because like he doesn't He doesn't say, "Oh, like welcome to the family." What the fuck did you do?
Nothing. My stomach was rumbling.
I heard it from here.
Yeah, it was loud.
I thought that was mine.
I wonder if that caught that.
Probably. I heard it in my headphones.
I heard it in my headphones. Sorry, I'm not laughing.
No, it's all good.
This is a very serious
Hannah thinks
topic.
family
Yeah.
issues is hilarious.
Yeah.
Super funny.
Hannah's like, this was a really good comedy.
It was a super good comedy.
They were
though.
not getting along. It was awesome.
But yeah, no,
Hated the
it's
end, though.
interesting because like the family dynamics are kind of hard because like Evelyn can't even express how much she loves Wayman despite like them not having the ideal life, not like fulfilling the American dream, but like she loves him, never expresses it, but for him he's emotional and finds it hard not to like get those needs expressed, and he's like, I want to talk, like can we talk, and then she can't even do that for him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this sound like it's again. It should have been cliche, but they just pulled it off. Where she needed to see every possible outcome and talk to him in a different universe to not realize. I'm sure she knew. You know what I mean? Just that deep down, like bring it out. Again, that sounds cliche. Like, you know, the Ghost of Christmas Past to show you what would happen if,
Yeah.
like, if you did this instead. But
Yeah.
again, it just worked, man.
Yeah.
They just like
That
did it better.
was another thing that made me cry. That was so incredibly romantic, and I'm such a sucker for that shit. To have somebody that you work so well with that you end up with them in every single universe.
That was that was cool.
Fuck.
Because like
It's so
first
good.
I was like, oh, that's like
Are you kidding
tragically
me? Come on.
possible. Where
I know
where
it's a
like first it
movie,
like
but I
doesn't
want-
like seem like they're gonna be in that one universe together.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn, that's actually
Yeah.
that sucks. But then you keep watching that storyline, you're like, oh
Yeah.
There's a few they don't, like the hot dog fingers where she ends up with,
Right.
Oh,
right. And then in the actress one, but
Oh
even
my
in
God.
that one,
no,
I
but
love
but
the
like
actress one.
but like that one,
even
there's
that one,
there's
he's
something.
like in another
Yeah.
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
He's
like
all
to
like,
just done laundry and taxes with you.
that's such an
Yeah.
incredible line. He's
That's
like,
what I mean. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
'Cause,
To
like,
have
that's
somebody
love.
who feels like that about you
Yeah.
in every single universe.
It's like Doctor
That's all I need
Strange.
in life.
Mhm.
That's all I need.
There's a
Brother,
similar
Ryan.
line. That's why only reason why I connected it.
No, yeah, that was good because I think it's hard for like I think Evelyn just needed to hear the words that like it doesn't matter like where we are, if you're an actress here or if we're doing laundry and taxes in another universe or if you have hot dog fingers,
Shouldn't affect it.
like that wouldn't affect how much I love you, and like it would have been fine.
Stop.
Hannah's
I
crying,
love
that's
that.
I'm gonna cry
so
again.
much. It's incredible, and he like
That unconditional, and you know what? And she does, and then she turns around and does the same thing for Joy, and
Yeah.
that like that shit, that unconditional love is
Yeah.
so hard to find, and damn jealous.
it's so
well,
good.
you haven't traveled to other universes. You don't know.
Well, yeah, not yet.
We're
I'm
Alpha.
about to eat my toes or something ridiculous.
That's your first
I think
choice.
if we're talking about like quotes and stuff, like I think the quote that stayed with me the most was like in that conversation like up by the car in the street, and then Joy says like, here all we get are a few spits of time where any of this actually makes sense, makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's the one that you
And-
put on your letterbox, right?
Yeah, that's when I use one of the box, because that one just makes like those are the moments that like matter the most, the
Right.
ones
Yeah.
that make sense, and all the stuff in between is just like just gotta let that pass, because you know that it does make sense,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
even when you're
I
fighting
think it's too
or
fresh for me
whatever.
to recall because I'm still processing. I guess
Yeah.
there's a lot of gems in there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, nothing makes sense, so nothing matters. So you get to choose what makes sense and what matters to you.
Yeah.
Hearing it doesn't matter at 20 is really dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay,
No,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the whole point
Yeah,
with
but you
Joy.
get to choose what
No, which
matters
is great.
to you.
Yeah.
and
No,
what,
I know,
what's
but-
important to you and all that.
like me hearing it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm like,
That would have been
okay.
really bad if I had decided at that moment to turn the movie off.
Yeah.
Because when in that moment in the movie when she says that, it makes sense, and I agreed with her.
Oh, I still.
And then you get to the end and you're like, okay, well, I still kind of agree with her,
No,
but
I
maybe
still
a little
agree.
bit less now.
No, well, because it's kind of that movie's version of fate in a way, right? Like, you know, it's gonna happen, or things will keep happening regardless. And obviously, things matter. Don't go like shoot somebody, but like to an extent, some things don't matter sometimes.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because that's the thing with like Jobu is like that negative aspect of like nothing matters, so why give a fuck? Like, what's the
Just
point?
But it's
pure
presented
anarchy.
in this. It's presented in this way where it's like, yeah, okay, I can get on board
Yeah.
with this.
Like,
No,
yeah,
like
sure,
you don't
yeah,
blame
yeah.
her because it's
Yeah.
like, hey, your life's kind of it feels like hell,
Yeah.
and you still have control.
Yeah.
So why not go full, chaos and chaotician, huh?
Bring that back.
It's full
Circle.
to call back.
Yeah.
Set up some payoffs, baby. Set up some payoffs.
Yeah, we're filmmakers. No, but like, yeah, because what's the character's name? What's the evil Joey?
Oh, Jobu.
Jobu.
Okay. She should have been just pure evil, and at first it seems like it, right? At
Yeah.
first it just seems like, what are you doing, dude?
I'm fidgeting. I'm sorry.
In front of a mic.
I'm sorry.
It's the one thing to not fidget in front of.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm just gonna shave your. It's like-
Okay.
Is at first she seems just pure evil, right? You're like, what? This is just some evil multiversal entity that's just gonna ruin everything. And
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Then she shows up with the golf club, and then she shows up dressed as Elvis, and I went, "Ooh!"
That's so
See,
cool though.
for Hannah, you just gotta dress nicely. You can do whatever you want.
But honestly, the
Hannah
costumes
just
were
didn't like Hitler 'cause his
incredible.
stash was
for
ugly.
Jobu.
I am a very art-driven, aesthetic-driven person, so for me that shit is so satisfying. Same with the lighting.
Yeah,
Delicious.
those lamp
Yeah.
ops, or maybe it was a programmed LED panel. I don't know what they did, but whoever was in control of the lighting, I hope they got all that 14 million.
Yeah.
No, that was
Holy
incredible.
smokes.
So beautiful.
I also don't know how they shot a lot of it, but that goes for pretty much any new movie now at this point.
Mhm.
I've given up on figuring out
Yeah.
how they did it.
Yeah. But it's cool that, like, when you guys are talking about the lights, like, when she has that, like, dialogue with Waymond, like, Evelyn and Waymond, and, like, they have the lights going around them, and you can see almost, like, every single emotion pass through their
Mhm.
faces. It's so incredible.
But honestly, I think it's fantastic, and I think it's so cool and so interesting. But it's also terrifying because it's very like uncanny valley.
Mm.
Those that shit freaks me out so
Because
much.
those lights are like them viewing every universe at once,
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
right? Like
Basically.
a giant TV in front of you, like how that would
But
be projected.
The effect it makes on their faces
Oh, I
makes
see what
them
you're saying.
look not real.
Yeah, well, because it's like constantly changing
Yeah,
shadows and lighting and,
and it reminds
and,
me
and
of those
certain colors
old
on
like
faces.
like the sleep experiments they did in like the 50s and 60s and shit.
In Russia?
Hmm.
Those
No,
were
okay.
real?
No, no, no.
I was gonna say that creepypasta's real.
It is- the way I'm gonna relate it back is bad, but there's this I don't even know what to call it. Alternate reality. It's not a game. It's a series on YouTube
Hmm.
called Local 58,
Oh yeah.
and it's like analog horror. And there's this one episode, in air quotes, of it where they throw together this like sleep experiment where you stare at the center of your screen and they flash faces
Oh right. Yeah. But
faces and
You
all
showed
these
me that
different faces, and then your brain starts to not be able to comprehend what a face looks like anymore. It's like when you say a word over and over
Mhm.
again and it starts to not
Mhm.
make sense.
Yeah.
That's the effect it gave me, and
Hannah
that-
was on acid though. That should be noted.
Yes, yeah, 2 tabs.
Their eyeballs and mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, yeah,
But
that
it was
movie's
it was
nuts.
such it's such a cool effect, and I don't think it's underutilized.
Well,
So
because it's
I
so
really
simple that
appreciated
I feel like with new movies, and this is just me talking about my ass. I don't know if this is entirely true, but with bigger movies, I know it's still like quote unquote only 14 million, but still, my last movie was made for like 300, so
Yeah.
it feels like a lot. But I feel like their first instinct is, okay, it's a crazy multiverse. They're seeing everything at once. What
Mm-hmm.
insane? Okay, we'll do a CGI eye. It'll go into the eye, and you'll see the brain neurons. Like,
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
it was just some lights,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we
it's
just made them cool?
Yeah.
One of the practical effects, or one of the non-practical effects that I did really like, was the lens shatter.
Oh, right.
Oh,
right,
that
right,
was
yeah.
That was so neat
Um,
and so disconcerting,
liked-
and it threw me off.
the subtitle cracking. And that
Yeah.
for the first one, I was like, oh,
That
okay,
was
that's
so
a nice
fucking
touch.
cool. So cool. And it's so creative. I would never think of doing that.
No,
Yeah.
because that's such a cool way to show the struggle too of their like minds essentially being split,
Mm-hmm.
and then split more and more as
Yeah.
their brains kind of like corroded in a way, essentially, because they were being in like pretty much all universes at once, right? So
I think
that
it's
was
the
very
opposite
cool
though.
showing
They're
that.
not being crowded. They're being overloaded.
Right, yeah, sorry, like,
Like you're
Yeah.
shoving more and more and
what's
more
the
into
term
this
when you
confined space.
overclock? Sorry, I
Overclock.
just, yeah, that, like,
Overclock.
I don't know, it was such a,
Clip that one too.
Yep. Sorry, I got really distracted because I'm getting a call, so my brain switched to, do I answer it?
No, it's okay.
It's Emma.
Why?
Hi Emma.
But Mr.
Something must be
Filmmaker, sir, you have to address the
Uh-oh.
lenses. You sent me that little message
What did I
about
say?
anamorphic lenses.
Mm.
I wish I knew anything about that, but
Yeah, the shot, like, it's shot very well, obviously. I have no issues with how it's shot, but there's so many things that were specifically, very clearly a deliberate choice. So the film starts out in 185.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the flashbacks, they're in 133. And then for the action scenes, it drops down into 239.
Mm-hmm.
But those transitions are slick. I usually hate moving letterboxes, and I know it's like a small thing because it's a technical thing, but I have turned off movies because of moving like boxes, because it distracts me so much because I care about aspect ratio probably more than I should.
Yeah.
So I picked up on like all those, and then when they're in the universe, that's like the first one I guess that they're in, like the office building one.
Yeah.
When like they're in the basement or the
Janitor's closet.
yeah, and then they go down a few floors. The final fight, the whole final fight sequence, down on that final floor, I guess that they're on.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm pretty sure was shot on anamorphic lenses, because
Mm.
the bokeh in the background was ovals
Yeah.
and not hard circles.
Oh.
Because I forget specifically how to describe it, but an anamorphic lens essentially squeezes an image down. Dude, your audio is gonna be dick
Sorry.
cheese.
Really quiet.
How you
I
think you're
think
being?
better. I think
Heather's
better
trying
laying
to be
down.
so slick.
My
But she
blood
has
flow
dropped
is
a
better
water
to my
bottle.
brain when I'm horizontal. Okay, continue. I'm done moving.
Yeah, so basically an anamorphic lens squeezes the image onto the sensor, so it makes the bokeh, which is the blurry balls in the background, oval shaped, and then you de-squeeze them or decompress them in post. And those are usually used in like kind of like Mad Max style stuff, like big, grand. I think they were used in the Star Wars prequels too. I could be wrong,
Probably.
but just big, grand scale. So the fact that most of the film are, I guess, kind of 2/3 because it's split up into different universes and stuff.
Yeah.
2/3 was shot on normal lenses. I don't know what lenses or anything, but then the big action set piece one with the crazy fights was shot on in 239, very, I don't know, like quote unquote cinematic. I hate using that, but that's what a lot of people think of. They think big, grand scale, widescreen. That was just a smart little subconscious thing that we pick up, like our brains would pick up on. Because seeing 185, that's like, no, wait, Marriage Story was 166. Sorry, never mind. I'm wrong. I was gonna relate it to like a drama, but I don't know. It was a cool little like technical touch. It just shows like how much care when it's like everything is changing lenses based on the universe and changing aspect ratio. That's just like an added level.
Yeah. No, it's insane because they also use it when Jobu like first shows up in the elevator, and like she's walking out, and then you like see her in the Elvis thing, and you're like,
What's
the
up?
fuck?
Yeah.
Why is Joy dressed up like that? Like, she's Jobu, but you're like,
Something.
why is she dressed up so weird?
Yeah, and it was very smart visually, more so than most films like can dream of.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joy isn't like, or Jobu isn't exactly wrong with their mindset with
she's
everything.
young too.
Yeah,
There's a
you
lot of
can't help
angst.
it.
Did you find anything in your research about what her name means or where it came from?
I didn't find anything about that. I mean, I can do a quick search, but I don't think it really meant anything.
Well, because it was spelt in an English way, right? Or like an English
Yeah.
vernacular. That's a word too. Sorry.
I just vomited in my mouth.
Yes. Why?
I don't know.
Maybe it's the cinnamon bun and the several twin snakes.
I only have one. I didn't even get to finish it before we started. I don't want to chew into the mic.
Oh.
I just thought like it felt too particular to be random.
Well, somebody's saying that like Evelyn at one point says
Or is
you're
it like
just
an
saying
anagram?
random sounds. So then she
Oh.
kind of just like is like whatever. Yeah, then I'll be random sounds. Like I am random.
But it's not like an
sounds.
anagram of anything, right?
No, it doesn't look like it. But apparently it means pocket gun in
Means what?
Tamil.
Pocket gun?
Tamil.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
You saying random sounds?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
pop up.
Maybe I'm
Yep.
That's my name now.
We're gonna subtitle that.
Okay, cool.
Can
can
someone
put
pull out their
anything on it.
corn impression? No, not that. Okay.
Sound like a monkey.
So you can tell I don't listen to heavy metal very often.
Insane.
I mean, I think like for me, like probably my favorite scenes are like the rock scene and also like that little conversation. Not little, the conversation they have, like Evelyn and Joy at the car.
Sorry.
Should we pause for everyone to move?
Noisy set today.
Yeah, like the rock
I
scene was
loved
a
the
good
rock
one.
scene.
Yeah, it's
It was so unexpected, but
I
it just
know.
fits.
I thought that was Waymond with her at first. I'm
Mm.
dumb for thinking that because after I'm like, oh wait, clearly it's these two going through universes. But at first I was like, oh, that's sweet. I was like,
I liked the pinatas.
oh, that's also sweet,
too.
but different.
don't
The
talk you.
pinatas were funny.
You're not allowed to talk you. Just be rock.
Yeah.
Like it's just be like you just be yourself. Just
Yeah.
Be you.
I think
They're
we
not
all
even
need to
talking.
take a day like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a week or once every other week. Just
Be
have
a
a rock
rock.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a rock.
Just be rock.
But that's like incredible that you can keep like audiences captivated with just like
With a still
Two
shot
rocks.
of
There's no
Yeah.
sound.
that's like a
scene.
YouTube sketch.
yeah.
Like literally, that's like
Yeah.
You get a nice shot of a couple rocks looking out over like in Drumheller.
It reminded me of something you would see as like a Disney short.
Like that. We did that the same.
You
That might have
guys,
harmonized.
That was fantastic. Started a cappella band.
Yeah, and there's like no sound as the whole time. As
No,
well.
yeah.
I think
So
it's
just
just
the
like
subtitles.
Is there actually no
wind.
sound?
Isn't
Like
there just
zero?
like
No,
I think
no
it's
sound,
pure
just
sound.
subtitles.
That's how enthralled I was. I didn't even notice that
wind.
there was no sound.
Maybe it's just my tinnitus. I
Tinnitus
thought I heard
what?
wind. It must have just been
I don't think there was wind. I
like,
think it was
during that
pure
scene.
silent.
I don't even remember because I was so just like these are rocks talking and I'm
I'm
engaged
so into it.
and I'm
Turn
hearing their
around,
voices.
More
see
rocks.
lights.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, that's like ballsy as hell though because I'm like, again, I was on board, but I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of people. I feel like if you're that far into the movie though, but that's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
But it makes sense.
Yeah. And like the final dramatic moment isn't like Evelyn letting go of Joy. It's like Evelyn Rock watching Joy Rock tumble down. Like
Yeah.
How
throwing herself
insane is
off after
that?
her.
Like she
Fucking
watches her
stone
tumble
cold,
down.
Ruthless.
and that's it.
Just like Scar pushing Mufasa off the cliff.
Yeah. No.
Long live the king.
Whoa.
Evelyn. Bagel.
It's a sound Mufasa makes.
Voldemort.
I'm throwing a Wilhelm scream on that now.
Can you imagine if they threw the Wilhelm scream in as Mufasa fell?
That'd be so funny.
In slow motion.
Just-
Can we do an edit?
Yes.
Re-upload the entire movie to YouTube except for that one tiny little.
No, guys, it's parody. It's fine. It can be on
Disney
YouTube.
will destroy your life if you did that. I will not take that kindly.
Test me,
It's-
Disney. I got
it's-
$6 to my name.
Transformative content.
Yeah, no, it's parody.
Okay.
They're-
It's a parody.
He's
Yeah.
like, but the whole hour and a half. Well, we need a context. Or else people would not care. Disney, you should
Yeah,
know this.
Disney.
The Lion King, the Wilhelm cut.
Oh, that's so good.
All right, what's next?
What do you mean? What's next? Oh well, music and sound.
Oh, it's good.
So that scene where there's no sound at all.
Did
And it's just
I
you
didn't
like
even notice that.
processing and like
The sound
thinking for
design's
yourself what's
crap.
happening right now.
I know.
It's just you and your emotions.
Yeah. No, and
Yeah,
I didn't
don't do that
understand
to
that.
Especially, it's because it's thrown into the middle of all of this chaos, and
Exactly.
it's
It's like a breather,
startling.
but it's still like.
But I think
It's
that's what
so
grabs your
emotional.
attention.
Yeah. Like it's so heavy. Like not heavy in the sense that like you can't.
Those rocks
walk.
did look heavy.
They picked some good rocks.
Well, she did tumble. She
I
really
hope
did.
they were CG.
They picked up some good
It'd be
rocks.
so funny if they were CG.
Sorry, I'm just looking up who did the score.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I'm more curious who did the sound design. Like, holy smokes.
Oh,
I'm sitting here. I'm just thinking about the movie. I'm just like remembering funny moments.
Yeah.
Like
But also, all I'm thinking about for sound is like that TikTok sound where it's sucked into a bagel. Boom. Oh my god, that's so stupid though. When
So dumb.
when she shows her the bagel, she's all like, "You have to open your mind. Give me your hands."
And then she just
Oh yeah.
Then they do the hands.
I was scared where that was going. 'Cause
Me too.
I've heard other things on the playground as to what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And they opened up the hands, and I was like, "What the fuck
I
is
was
happening?"
like, what are we
wait.
seeing? Because we've already dildos. We've already done that and butt
Yeah.
plugs. So I was like, anything's fair game.
Yeah.
So the score was done by Son Lux, or Son Lux.
Lux.
They are an American experimental band.
That makes sense.
I mean, Mitski was in the soundtrack, so
Was
that
she?
makes sense.
That's
yeah,
cool.
she was in
Actually, I'm
the-
not surprised.
Yeah.
In the least.
Yeah, in the end credits.
Mm.
That was so awful to hear her. I heard her voice and I was like, Mitski? That's so awful. I mean, she's incredible, but like the sound was so good.
So I don't know how or why they got chosen, but they've got a couple albums.
Mm.
It was a solo project of the founding member Ryan Lott, who created the first 3 albums, who was then joined by Ian Chang and Rafik.
Uh-oh.
Please forgive me. Rafik Bhatia? Bhatia.
It's fine as long as you throw a question mark at the end of that, because then you can
Um,
like literally say whatever.
so then after the release
I'm gonna
of
season to racist.
their EP, I'm
I'm gonna pull a
confused.
Hannah.
They seem very cool. I'm going to listen to more of their music.
I think I pulled
They
my
are
hamstring.
described as post-rock and electronica.
Post rock's
interesting.
good stuff.
makes sense.
They've been around since 2008.
Oh no,
Very
it's
cool.
organic.
Oh, I love that scene. That was so
just thinking,
funny.
I remembered
When
that.
she gets shot and she's like, oh
No, it's
don't worry, it's
organic.
I loved she did fantastic.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Heinz should have got in on that.
They really
Um,
should have. That was so funny.
Heinz probably isn't organic. Hit me up, Heinz. I'll
I
kick
like-
your ass.
See, now Ryan's laying down.
I think I
brain
pulled a
works-
hamstring.
Your brain works better when you're horizontal.
No, my legs
I
hurt
think
less.
the blood flow is better.
No,
Don't
no,
lie.
it's my
Isn't that upside down?
no. It's because my legs were hurting. Because sitting
Anyways,
cross-legged is
um,
painful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
I
stupid.
like that. I like the way they named all the songs.
Mm-hmm.
They're all very short, which is kind of cool. There's like nothing longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
You get anything from 5 minutes to 37 seconds, which is really cool.
Is that
yeah.
like an interlude?
I just lost it. No, Wayman Cries.
Oh.
The
Damn.
names of the songs are really.
It's about to be
So
Ryan
there's,
cries.
there's Very Busy, and then directly after Very with 3 V's Busy. Very Busy. What a Fast Elevator.
No, that's a line.
Well, I mean, like, is there? I just really want to talk about like that last final scene, because for me, that scene broke me. Like that was incredible for me because I think Evelyn and Joy have hurt each other so much that like it builds up that there's resentment. But I think what's incredible is that they know that they've hurt each other and understand that, and like they push past it. There's like no apology whatsoever, but like they've come to terms that like, yeah, we've hurt each other, but there's still love between us.
Yeah.
And like no matter what, I'm here for you. And like the mom, like Evelyn's gone through her fair share of stuff, but so has Joy, and like having to not feel accepted by her family it's hard to watch because she's pouring her heart out to everyone, and she's like just been wanting for people to accept her, especially her mom, let alone her like grandpa. And it's like this one final moment where they're like we still love each other, like none of the rest of this stuff matters, and I'm here for you, always will be.
See? Nothing matters.
Yeah. Literally
Which
nothing
kind of
matters.
makes sense.
Yep.
But nothing matters not in a spend all your money and move to the middle of the desert way.
Yeah.
But nothing
Wanna bend
matters
your
is
way.
in we are in fact tiny specks of dust living on a slightly bigger speck of dust floating in a slightly bigger speck of dust.
Yeah.
Where holding grudges and
Was that off the dome?
Yep.
what?
Shit.
She's a rapper.
I thought you were like reading.
Oh, now I lost my
Speck of
train of
dust on a
thought.
speck of dust
But,
on a
like-
speck of dust.
Dust
No,
on
not
dust
even
on
rapping.
dust.
Just that was good.
No, but just like nothing matters, but in the way that like
You get to
don't
choose what
hold
matters.
on to the negative things and
Yeah.
hold on to the positive things because those are the yeah, I don't know, those
Yeah,
are the
that's
those
important
are
ones
good.
to remember.
Yeah, because like we have this laundromat and it sucks. The customers suck.
Yeah.
Also, my dad is awful, but we love each other and we have this family and our child is incredible and like I want to keep living this life with you
Mm-hmm.
and together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's so great that it's not just like a easy fairy tale ending where they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," hug it out,
Mm-hmm.
boom, call it a day. It's like very real. Just that's how, families with, bit of resentment
Mm-hmm.
come to be a lot. It's like, yeah, you just kind of accept it in a way
Mm-hmm.
and move forward and learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Nothing matters in the way you can't spend all your time going, oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish
Yeah.
I would have said this. My life would be so different if this hadn't happened. My life would be so different. It would be so better if I did this instead of this.
Mm-hmm.
And just that doesn't matter. Just you are where you are now. So make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, learn to play piano with your toes.
Grow hot dogs for fingers.
Yep.
Embrace somebody with them. Slap 'em
spit,
around, put 'em in your
mustard
mouth,
and
all
ketchup out of your
spitty.
mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, it's incredible that, like, this is Kihui Kwan's, like, first movie in, like, 20 years, too.
Really?
So he basically did Indiana Jones and Goonies and then didn't get any jobs. And so
Are
he's,
you
like...
kidding me? Those are like two of my
I know,
top 10.
isn't that
Are you-
insane?
He's back though.
Yeah.
He's back, and he's
No,
back
for-
with a vengeance.
Isn't he in the new indie?
He's in a new indie, and then he's also doing another show with Michelle Yeoh for Disney.
And he was just cast in Loki season 2, I think.
So he's doing great. But, like,
Pretty sure.
he went from doing those two blockbusters and then not getting any auditions for anything.
Yeah.
And he's like, I would hear my friends getting 20 auditions in a week, and he would only get one or two. And then so he's like, well, I'm going to quit. So he quit,
Yeah.
did film school. And, like, the incredible thing was, like, he found a friend and did, like, background stuff with them. So he was, like, behind the scenes and was, like, an assistant director for Wong Kar-wai, which was the one who did Chungking Express.
Mm.
Yeah, him. He was the assistant director for that. Well, not that movie, but for one of his
We're gonna
movies.
get copyright if you sing too well.
And the sky.
No, I'm, like, serious.
But
The
and
bots
then,
will pick up on that.
leaves are brown. All the leaves are brown.
If you get copyrighted, it's her.
yeah.
I'm not that good.
Well, no, there's
Not
enough
good.
breaks
The
in between
bots
that.
are-
I feel like she won't get copyrighted.
Anyways.
She.
Yes.
Sorry if there was silence for the past 20
I also
seconds because
think
YouTube
that-
cut us.
I also think that it's so nice to see, because the same thing happened with Brendan Fraser. It's
Mhm.
so nice to see that not the market, that sounds terrible, but the
The space.
demand and the space for all these different demographics and all these different people from all these different walks of life all around the world, it's opening up so many different possibilities where there wasn't any
Mhm.
20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I
And
love to see that.
Well, yeah,
I love
'cause,
to
like,
see it.
Being cast as short round, it's like, okay, you're the
You're the
You
token
funny,
should.
Asian kid.
you're the
Yeah.
funny
Ha, ha, ha.
Asian dude against Harrison, or next to Harrison Ford.
Yeah. The funny
Okay, that was
sidekick.
cool. Bye.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Maybe get typecast, but
Mhm.
that's not often, right?
No.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially back then.
To be
So-
able to come back.
And do
With
this.
that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's incredible.
I didn't know he was in it, so like the first time I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Like it was like, no shot. That shot
I haven't
round.
even I haven't told my dad yet, because as soon as I tell him, he's gonna go.
Oh wait, I should tell my dad
Watching
because
it right now.
that might. Get
But
him
that's
to
the thing.
watch it.
It's like people like him and people like Brendan Fraser deserve to be recognized for their growth and not just.
They're one.
Obviously, they
blockbuster.
should be celebrated for everything that they've done,
Mhm.
but
They're still people.
you can't categorize them and keep them stuck and labeled in this one little box.
Yeah.
Let them experiment.
Exactly. And I'm glad that like a movie like this that is so like central in like family dynamics, but also just like is healing for I assume like himself as well to be able to be this male protagonist who isn't alpha male and is like someone who expresses his emotions and is so honest and loving towards his wife.
And the acting isn't just the
Yeah.
setup to a punchline
Yeah,
over and
no.
over again.
He's a character with substance and he's not like just this character who helps keep the narrative going just for the sake of it. He actually adds substance to it. And like I hope that like that is like a stepping stone for more people to be in roles that aren't so typecasty
Yeah.
or like
And they'll still be out there. They'll still
Yeah.
be there.
Well,
But
because like sometimes those roles are needed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you do just need, hey, we do need a funny Asian guy for
you
this
need some
film.
comic
right? Like
comic relief.
that is a thing. But no, I'm glad that the world is a bit better, and we're getting there.
A little.
growing. We're learning.
Yep.
And that's all that
Although-
matters.
There have been a couple backward steps in the
Mhm.
last year, so bite your tongue.
Everything.
And then I'm into a new
perfect.
multiverse.
Yeah. Let me just suck on this pen really quick.
Oh,
Okay, first it was your toes. Now, if you just need to, do you need a soother? Like,
Okay,
Hannah's
bite
like,
it.
oh
I
guys,
don't
look, I need
know.
to suck on something.
it doesn't even work.
It works.
Oh, it does. For reference, Hannah used the pen on Ryan's arm.
Oh, she's drawing
Okay,
a
where's my
window.
button?
She's drawing a window, but
Where's my
she's
button?
stopping on some of the lines.
Hold on.
Woocha!
It's making a certain
Oh,
kind of
this is
symbol.
Let's see a circle.
The bagel.
Mm. It's too
The
bad she
bagel.
didn't finish that window, because now it looks like something bad.
It looks like a line.
No, I was commentating. I was lying. I was saying,
Oh.
oh, Hannah's drawing a window. But then she didn't finish
Right.
all
Oh,
the
you're
lines.
a liar. You're a liar.
I
Anyways,
just 'cause I
Any
tried
final
to turn
thoughts about the movie? Anything?
what else you got? You had a lot written there.
Oh, well, I removed it as we were going along,
Oh,
so we're
okay,
done.
okay.
I think
I
we're
was gonna
doing-
say, like, I saw like a huge chunk at first.
I was smart. I did research.
I don't.
I appreciate the title a
Yeah.
lot. Like a lot.
Because it's so just like
It's
what it is.
so I mean everything about the movie is creative, but I don't know, I think a lot of the times now you get movies with titles that are very self-explanatory or kind of boring or kind of write-offs. But to have something creative like that and to have the movie split up into acts that
But it is
reflect the
self-explanatory
title,
too. But it is also self-explanatory in a way, after the fact.
but not yeah, exactly after the fact.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
for like you go into a movie like, for example, where we're gonna go back to it, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Gee, I wonder what that's about.
I wonder what he's looking for.
Exactly.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder what he finds.
The
Or,
Temple
like,
of Doom.
Maybe
Where is
he's
he
finding
going?
himself.
Exactly.
It's self-discovery.
The
Like
cat in the hat. I wonder what's in a hat.
like the Thing. I wonder what
that one's kind of
that-
vague.
Yeah, that one's a
that
little
one's a little
That
vague.
one's pretty good.
I know you can do it.
Yeah, that's
The
that's
thing,
cool.
it's something.
Dodgeball.
The
I wonder what
Office.
that
Where's it
movie's
take place?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they play baseball in that movie.
Yeah. Slapshot.
That's what I mean. I love that you can obviously tell that so much thought and so much time went into every single tiny little what are you laughing at?
My last two films are Customers and Citizen.
Get better.
Continue. I was just realizing, like, oh shit.
Go watch those on Chance
I don't know.
Productions.
Oh,
You know
sorry,
what
sorry.
though?
No,
Plugging
it's just
in.
You
funny.
still
While they're
I know you
talking
put a
so
lot of
that-
thought and time into your most of
No.
the time.
Hopefully you
Um,
had the
most of the
gain
time.
on mine so that
Sorry,
I
that's
can
fine.
self-promote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
www.
But so much thought and so much time and so much effort and so much love went into every single tiny little aspect of that movie that I have so much appreciation for it and I can't wait to watch it again.
I don't know. I don't even want to watch it again. I know it sounds weird because it's like the second end, I'm like, oh shit, that was like the best movie.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those. I'm like, I will watch it, in
Yeah.
the future at some point because like some of my friends haven't seen that. But that I now I'm like,
You have to watch
I will
it.
Josh.
probably watch
Have
it
to.
again with
Um,
my family.
Yeah.
my family won't because they don't watch movies. They're good.
I just force them and if they don't like it I go, "That
No, they
sucks."
just I can't force my family to just sit down and watch. Well, my parents go to bed at like 8 p.m. That's why.
I
so
struggle
my
to watch.
parents work a lot, so
Do your
shouldn't be
parents
like-
do your parents also do the thing where you sit down to watch like a show or something?
and then you wait half an hour for them to come join you.
first of all, yes, and then they go, well, I was waiting for you the whole time.
Oh.
And then
yeah.
they have to like check their phone, and then they have to go, just wait, I'm just gonna finish something, and then they want to be the one in control of the remote, and it takes them so damn long
See, I'm
to
like.
navigate. No, just go down, just hit that button, it's right there, it's a shortcut, I promise you. No, you don't have to do it that way. And then you finally get the movie going, and you get the pointing and the snapping. Oh, who's that? Oh, I know that. That's what's her face.
That's why I like using Amazon, because you pause it and it uses X-ray.
I love.
And I'm like,
that.
okay, yes, it's Hillary Swank or whatever it is, right?
Thank you, Amazon. Thank you.
But also,
Hi.
fuck you, Jeff.
Fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Come at me, Jeff Bezos, with your
You wanna
big
fight?
metal
You wanna
arms. You
fucking
know
go?
when
You
we
wanna fucking go?
All right,
Sorry.
Amazon sponsor us.
I will take
No,
you
no, no,
on,
don't.
bro.
No,
Fuck
no,
I will
we're
take
not
you on,
taking a
bro.
sponsor
Twitter,
from
Twitter
Amazon.
sponsor.
One-on-one, bro. Just me, you, and an Amazon box. See who
I'm gonna
cuts each
change
other.
my Twitter name to Elon Musk and see what happens. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from that. What the hell were we saying?
I was talking about how hard it is to watch TV with my family.
No,
I was
like,
wondering
You
if
were
you guys had the
mentioning
same
that
experiences.
It's a movie that you probably will show other
Oh.
people, but you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's like the most I've like. Okay, this sounds sad, but it's not. It's like the most I've felt in a while, just in general. Because like, I'm trying to think like last movie like.
Here, do you want me to stab you with the pen?
Nope.
Let me give you
No.
something.
I already had the feeling today. Nope, we're good.
I mean, you already did.
No, the I already felt earlier today with the movie. I wasn't stabbed earlier.
Oh.
I was doing the stabbing.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about
Oh,
feelings.
I thought you meant
we were
like
just
when
talking
she like poked you with a pen.
Oh.
I thought we
earlier.
were just talking about feelings in general. Like, if
Oh.
you want,
No, I was
or
at
is it
first,
feeling?
and I felt earlier
Ryan
when I
has
watched the movie.
feelings.
What? I do now. The movie opened my eyes.
Oh.
No, don't actually. Aw. I've cried at movies before. I don't know why. I definitely could have cried at this
I
one.
can't remember the
pregnant.
last time I cried at a movie. I've gotten definitely like the lump in your throat.
Yeah.
And you
I
can't
had a lump
tell
in my
if
throat.
it's tears or
Sorry,
excitement.
that peaked so hard. Holy shit.
If you guys want to be feeling and cry, go see Black Panther 2.
I don't.
The trailer almost even got me, to
I'll
be
do it
honest.
for you.
See,
And
I
didn't-
don't.
Which I didn't think
I can't.
cared
Marvel doesn't do anything for me anymore.
But
I'm
what
excited
if this
to
one's
go
good?
see it. I think it's gonna be a great movie, but I think it's just gonna be another good action movie.
Mhm.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Something more than that.
I'm
Yeah. I will
I'm
say
going
it's
in
more
fully
than that.
It's not. It's,
No,
it's nothing every.
I
it's-
absolutely know. Like I know it's a tribute and it's honoring and it's bigger than a movie, but
Yeah.
for me personally, I have nothing to relate to, and while I can appreciate what it does for other people, I don't think it will do that
Yeah.
for me.
No, I understand.
But
That's fair.
you'll see.
I'm sure I'll love it. Like
Yeah.
I loved the first one. The score was fantastic. The acting was
I'm
fantastic.
I'm just going in
Score's
fully
better on
blank.
this one.
I'm
Really?
Yeah,
Is it the same? Is it?
I think.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Goranson again. Ludwig.
Yes,
Mm.
Ludwig.
good. No,
Do you know
yeah,
Ludwig
I'm
did the
going
score
fully
for
blank.
New Girl?
Yep.
All 7 seasons.
Mhm.
Isn't that the weirdest fucking thing you've ever
Yep.
heard?
Ryan, go.
No, I'm just trying to catch the train.
Sorry. Back
No.
to
I'm
what-
just trying to figure out what.
It's coming your way.
I don't even know
Emotions.
what we were saying. But
Feeling.
yeah, no, but it's just like, God, sorry, it's been way too close. I was peaking like
No, you're good.
really, because even in my headphones at like 10% while I'm deafening myself.
I think I'm probably gonna end
Um,
up being the quietest, hopefully.
Yeah, your
'cause I'm
audio's
sitting
gonna
far away.
suck this whole
You can
podcast.
just make you quieter, make you louder on that.
Make Hannah quieter the whole time. 'Cause you're just
Can you
gonna
please
hear,
just turn me all the way down?
you're just gonna hear water bottle.
Sorry.
No, I don't know. And this is just like I guess a personal thing, so it's not like a thing you can tell to somebody to watch the movie. Like, no, dude, it's the first time I felt something in a while. And they're like, fucking okay. I got married yesterday. Sort of, like you can't just tell that to anybody and have that like
Yeah.
change their mind. But like the last time like a movie, because yeah, like the last like 20 minutes, they just had like that lump in your throat sort of thing where you're just like, you're just I don't know. It's like the most I've like cared about characters in a while since like the Squid and the Whale. That's a Baumbach movie, so like of course it's gonna like be heavy, or like Marriage Story sort of thing, right? Those are both Baumbach movies. Noah Baumbach's very good at what he does.
Okay.
Just a little shout out. No, I'm sure you need it.
Pineapples.
We all I don't know why we all paused. Curtis just had to throw up.
So I was at the
No,
5
he's
a.m.
like-
drinking last night.
Yep.
But like it's also like the most I've thought in a while, because like let me pull up my letterbox because I'm that guy.
The list of movies that have made me cry is not very long.
No,
and
mine's like Marriage Story.
I haven't seen Marriage Story yet.
Don't. It's like phenomenal, but it makes me like not want to get married
I
because I'm like, if I have to get divorced and I have to do that, I'm not Adam Driver. I can't do that.
The last one that I can remember made me actually cry and not just, get all lumpy Was
This thing gave me hives.
what was it? I know it was something on my shelf.
The Mummy.
Shut your whore mouth. Sorry.
She called you a whore.
Complete
What do you have to say to that?
I think the last one that I can remember very clearly was Call Me By Your Name.
Ah. I haven't
That
seen it
fucked
yet.
me up.
Yeah, see,
Especially because I read the book first, and reading it was hard enough, and then seeing it done so well, especially at the end.
yeah, guess maybe I shouldn't be like, it's crazy. It's the first time I've like felt thoughtful during a movie, because the last movies I've seen have been Black Adam, The Mummy, Amsterdam, Barbarian, Fall, Beast. like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
so like, but also
Oh,
like,
is Beast the one where Idris Elba punches a lion in the face?
Yeah.
Beast is kind of okay though.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Call me a whore and I don't believe me.
Whoa, why are you throwing
Um,
names out there?
Anyway, no, but
sorry,
yeah, like I
Ryan,
don't
I
know.
love
You're
you.
just like,
Ryan, I'm sorry. I love you.
And then you jump. You jump first.
I'm
Say
Jamie
it
Lee
back.
Curtis.
Say it back. Say it back.
No, that's Ryan's jump pad is to say I love you back.
yeah, no, I'm not about that.
See, this is what I mean. This is why that movie made me cry.
Oh,
Nobody wants to be with me in every single universe.
Just call me a whore. Shut up. You can't redeem that.
You
right
have
now.
called me so much worse.
Actually, I did
so
call
many
her
other
denser than a
times.
bag of cock tips recently, so
Yeah, I have photo proof.
I am proud of that one though. I was like, that one's funny. I'm keeping that one. Well, it's mine, so it's copyrighted.
So don't even.
Are you finding it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like scenes like the sorry, just complete transition to back to like film talk. Scenes like the rock scene. Once that starts again, it's like funny but sick. Also, like I was watching, like I wish I could do that, but you have this whole read it out. Actually, I don't know what I said specifically.
I asked Ryan if he wanted to hang out before he went to work, and he went, "You shut the fuck up, you dense bag of cock
Wait,
tips."
no. There was more between the two. There was several more
context.
messages.
no, there's not.
There's really not.
No, there isn't. She's got the receipts. There's nothing in between.
I was asking you if you wanted to hang out.
There's
Oh,
very
you didn't
little in
scroll up
between.
though. There is a little. She was being stupid.
No, it was because I couldn't hang out.
That's victim blaming right there, man.
What the fuck?
I couldn't hang out that day, and I said, "Let's hang out tomorrow," and you said, "I've got to work," and I said, "What time do you work?" And you said like 4 p.m. and I said, "Well, we can do something before 4 p.m." And he said, "Shut up," and I said, "We can do something before you work."
and
Shut
then he
up.
called her.
Shut the fuck up, you dense bag of cock tips.
Yeah, take the home with you. I hope no one I ever know listens to this. But anyway, scenes like the rock scene
Maybe that will be our
Like,
always.
mentioned before.
You dense bag of cock tips.
God damn it.
That's the
I'm
intro.
like the worst person.
Oh, yeah.
As like I think you mentioned, Alexis, like it's a slower scene. It's like a breather for a sec, right? Because it's like there is shit happening from the 20-minute mark to the 2-hour 20-minute mark, right? The whole time it is like just crazy, but like still emotional and stuff, obviously. But those rock scenes give you both the characters a chance to just breathe. They can't fight. They could scooch off a cliff,
Yeah.
but you just get to talk and just sit. But then that also gives the audience time to do that, and you just get a subconscious second to just, what do I think about this so far? And like your brain catches up, right? Because it's like,
What? God, that was a build up to that one.
bruh, we need Hannah on push to talk or something. Like,
I have a little button.
yeah,
I'm
seriously,
really
just
sorry.
we need clearance. Like,
It's December and the postnasal drip is taking me out.
December?
November.
Point proven.
We time traveled?
I'm from the future. I'm from the future. It's the only
She's Alpha Hannah.
this is
Alpha
Alpha
Hannah?
Hannah. The other ones must suck.
Ryan!
Sorry.
Apologize.
She called me a whore. It's before even.
You called her a dense bag of cock tips.
like a week ago. Don't draw on me.
Whoa.
There was a big cut right there. We're back.
Actually, they stopped recording for some reason. So
Whoa.
Okay, we'll
Ryan
go
now
back
has
to.
more marker on his arm somehow.
We'll
Cut
just
that
do more final thoughts and then we'll end this because we're at an hour and 27 minutes. So this is gonna be fun for
Just a long
Curtis.
episode.
What's our watch time on the last one?
It wasn't too bad actually.
40
Like
views, something
yeah,
like that?
40.
No, like watch time.
oh, I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh, I haven't looked.
Like view duration. I hope it's more
Probably
than
like 5 minutes.
Because I went off the rails 3 minutes in, so that might have been when you're like, okay, this one dude's really kind of losing it. Hannah's projectile vomiting right now.
Pineapples?
But no, she's not throwing at pineapples.
Roxine.
Roxine.
It's good.
Roxine.
Rock you like a hurricane.
Oh my God, this is the woman.
No, this is the movie.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
It's weird. There's a musical bit. Well,
Yep.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, well, there was music a lot.
Yeah, on the TV.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I remember seeing, but
That's beautiful. I want to watch whatever that was.
the sausage fingers and the mustard in the mouth.
That. Before that
I
part.
was like, this is. I did not know I liked this.
Okay, Roxy.
Yeah, it's good.
Or any other
Yeah.
final thoughts?
You have to say something. You haven't said anything in
I
like
talked about
over 30
this,
minutes.
What are you talking about? I'm talking all the time. I said this about like the be a rock thing. Just be rock, be yourself kind of thing.
I like
That's what I
that.
was showing on that. Right? It's like no matter what, like just be yourself and we still love you and still stay here and all that stuff.
I meant final thoughts.
I think
That's
about the rock scene.
That's a pretty good final thought, though.
Yeah.
Just in general. Caption that. Throw
I
that
liked
on
it.
a
It was
fall
good.
Instagram post.
Good movie. It's in my top 10 of all time, I think. It's
He broke
So-
skin.
pretty good.
Did I?
Just a little bit.
That looks like a tattoo.
There's pieces of my inked skin laying around.
I think we're gonna go do some first aid on Ryan.
Not
It's
Hannah,
not
though.
that bad.
I know. It's
Oh,
bad.
she nicked an artery.
Uh,
Do you guys
He's
hear
bleeding profusely.
nobody-
There's
That's
blood
the
on the
blood
floor.
squirting out.
everything.
It's
I'm
spraying like
painting the
Kill
walls
Bill.
currently?
My final thoughts are I want a poster of that on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's my next poster for watching. I'm like behind. I have bought posters that I haven't hung up yet, so that'll be my next one.
Good movie. Great movie.
Phenomenal.
If you've made it this far,
Comment.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
If you've made it this far, comment. Bolinga.
Meaning
No, that's stupid.
no, can we choose one word?
Bagel.
Bagel
Yeah, say bagel
Oh.
if you've watched this far.
sucked.
No, wait. Comment your favorite type of bagel,
Ooh,
There you go.
okay.
Yeah, call me if you're typical.
and whoever wins gets a bagel.
Are you gonna buy
From
that for
Tim
them?
Hortons. Yeah, no,
I'll buy
we're
a
not
bagel.
buying. You go to Tim Hortons and ask them
Also,
for a bagel.
quick reminder that no matter how big this podcast gets ever, no matter how many subs or how many comments you get, we will respond with at least a 300-word paragraph to
No,
every single
Ryan.
comment. No matter how large we get, this is on record. If we get huge and this blows up
Huge.
and this gets like 500 comments, we will respond to every single one, no matter what, including the replies to our reply.
And Ryan will be writing those essays personally himself.
I can't write, and you know that,
Huh?
so that cuts a little bit deep.
You
Huh?
just
You can
wrote
do
a
voice to
script,
text.
You're
a
in the
feature
middle of
film.
writing a
I
movie
don't.
right now.
I can't speak. I'm ripping my tongue out now. So
And Ryan's
Yep.
jumping.
Well, go check
Okay,
out.
Ryan, Alexis, sing us out.
Well, I'll
Sucked
plug everything first.
Into
Alright,
Go watch 321 on the MTD12 YouTube
Yeah.
channel. So short film we made, and watch the first episode of the podcast.
You don't
Follow
know
us
the
on all our
song, don't
socials
sing.
on Instagram and Twitter for more updates, and you'll see more things coming soon down the
pipeline.
line.
down the pipeline.
Yeah, down the pipeline.
We have 4
It's pretty-
films.
It's a pretty thick
Are
pipe.
we do a Christmas movie next year? Next month,
Oh,
Doing a Christmas-
that'd be good. Christmas
Oh,
movie.
Christmas movie. 'cause
horror?
December.
Oh,
So staggered.
the
Krampus?
new
Krampus?
Oh, wait, what's the new David Harbour one?
Oh, Bad Santa.
No.
oh, it's like something, whatever it is.
Violent Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
we'll
So
also-
excited.
Watch out for next month. We'll do another movie, and we'll make more stuff soon.
Okay, now Alexis and Curtis sing us out. No, I want the bagel song.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Sucked into a bagel. Boom.